Hey there, welcome back. This is Seth from the REtipster blog. Now in step 2 of building your website, I'm going to show you exactly how to take what we've created so far with WordPress, but we're actually going to customize that now, and we're going to make it into something that's really cool, and it's going to serve your business very well. The first thing you have to do when you're trying to build a website with WordPress is you have to pick something that's called a theme. And a theme is something that sort of creates the entire design and the flow and the feel of your website. Now believe me, with WordPress there are a ton of themes out there that you can get for free. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that most of those themes are not really tailored or designed to meet the specific purpose that we're trying to do here. So I'm going to share with you probably the best theme that I've ever come across for this particular purpose, and it's called AgentPress. AgentPress is an incredibly versatile theme. There is a lot of stuff you can do with it. But just to show you the basic bare essentials, we're going to go through that right now. If you click on the affiliate banner ad right below this video, if you're watching this on the blog, or if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to have a link right at the very top in the show notes right below the video. When you click on that link, you're going to be taken to a page that looks something like this. And this is the sales page for the theme that's called AgentPress. If you scroll down, you'll kind of see more about it, but all you got to do is go right here to click on Buy Theme and Framework. And then it's going to take you to this checkout page, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill out these steps. And I'm going to blur this out just for privacy reasons. And then I'm going to pay with a credit card, so I'm going to just click here, put this basic info in. Then we'll go down here and hit Create Account and complete your purchase. Okay, now we're going to go to this login page, and using the same login info that you just created, just go ahead and log in here. Okay, now just for kicks, we're going to download all 3 of these things just so I can show you what they are. These things are going to come in the form of zip files, so I'm just going to go ahead and put those on my desktop, and then we'll install them right from there. Once you've downloaded those to a particular folder or a place on your desktop, you're just going to go right back over to the dashboard of your website, which is just another name for what you're looking at right here. And then you're going to go right over here where it says Appearance on the left, and you're going to click on Themes. And these right here are just some examples of some of the free themes out there that you can get. I'm just going to go right up here to Add New, and we're going to click Upload and upload it from our computer. Choose File. And I'm going to go down to AgentPress right here and open that. Okay, and all you have to do here once you have agentpress.zip right there is just hit Install Now. And it's going to go ahead and install this for us. Okay, and it'll say Theme installed successfully. It happens pretty quick. Go back to the Themes page right here. Now you'll notice that we're not quite finished because it says Broken Themes here. So we got to add the Genesis item as well. Go over here to Upload again. Go through the same process. Choose File, and then you'll go down to Genesis, and we're going to go ahead and open that and install it. And then there we go. It is installed successfully. We're going to hit Activate. Okay, now we're going to see 2 new theme options here. Right there. And this right here, we're going to hit Activate for the AgentPress child theme. And once it's activated, we can go over here to Visit Site. And this is what you're going to see. Already this completely changes the look of what the website was looking like before. In order to make this into the website that we want it to be, we're going to have to do a little bit of customizing, which I'm going to walk you through right now. You can hit the back button and go right back to the dashboard. Okay, now once you're back at the dashboard, we're going to look at one thing up here, and you'll probably notice this little 1 that's showing. And what this is talking about is what's called a plugin. And plugins is just kind of a fancy little name in WordPress for something that it's like a specific piece of software that was designed to make your website do a task or a specific function. And there's actually a plugin in WordPress that's called Jetpack. So we're going to go look at that right now. If you go down here to Plugins and then Installed Plugins, we're going to go here. At the time of this recording, Jetpack is something that comes standard when you install WordPress, and you can see it right down here. And whenever you see this little 1 up here, it basically means that there's a plugin or 2 or 3 that needs to be updated. So we're going to go ahead and update that now. Hit this. And it says plugin updated successfully. Now let's activate this plugin. And just so you know, you can also activate it right down here where it says Activate. Now that that is activated, we're going to go up here to this little message that says your Jetpack is almost ready, and we're going to connect it to WordPress. So we'll click on that. If you see this screen, it means you have to log in with your WordPress account. If you don't have one, you're going to have to go up here and start one up. So we'll just do this quick. Once it sends you that verification email and you've activated your account, you go ahead and authorize Jetpack. All right, now the cool thing about Jetpack is that it's actually one plugin that has a lot of different things that you can use it for. And the thing that we're going to be using it for is this contact form right here. If you click on it to learn more, it kind of explains, what it is and how to use it. Essentially, it's one of those forms where people can fill out information and submit it to you via email. And we're going to be using that, but we're actually going to be creating one that's kind of large because people are going to be submitting all of their property information to us. So we'll go back up here. And the first step is to create some pages. To create pages, we just go up here to Add New. And this first one we're just going to call Home. And this is where you would just kind of, say your typical message that you would say when somebody first lands on your website. I mean, obviously you could put pictures in here, really say whatever you want. Whenever that's done, just hit publish. And we'll go up here, we're going to add another one. Keep in mind, you don't really have to do this. This is just sort of my standard way of setting up websites. I usually have, home, about, contact, and then the actual main page that I want people to use to submit their information to me. That's just sort of the way that I'm going to be setting this up. Add another one. And then this last one here, we're going to call it Sell Your Real Estate. And then this is where we're actually going to put the form that we're about to create. Before we hit that step, I'm going to go over here to menus under appearance, and the first thing we're going to do is go over here to create a new menu, and here you're just going to put whatever name you want to call your menu. It's not going to show up anywhere, it's just for your own reference. So we'll just call it home menu, create that, and in this menu we're basically just going to be adding these pages that we just created to it. So we'll basically just check all of them and add to menu. Okay, now they're all showing up. We're going to put them in the order that we want them. So put home up there, and about, and sell your real estate. That's just the way that I'm going to order mine. And then we're going to go and save this. Now, just so you understand what you've done so far, we're going to go back over here to appearance and then customize. And this is where we're going to make a few key edits here. You can change the name of your website by putting it in here. Say, call it ABC Company, LLC. That's where it changes up here. You can also change the tagline. This kind of a thing. Just for kicks, we're just going to leave it like that. Colors, not going to mess with that. Background image, not going to mess with that either. Navigation, this is where we're going to choose the menu that we just created. We're going to call that home menu. And here we go. These are the pages right here that we just put together. And just so you know, you can also have a secondary menu if you wanted to. We're not going to mess with that, but if you did, that menu would show up here at the top. So, but we're just going to leave that blank for now. We're actually going to have a static front page, which means just the same page every time people come to it. And we're going to make that the home page. So pretty much every time somebody ever shows up here, they're going to be seeing whatever we put in our home page area. The next thing I'm going to show you is what to do with this little widget right here. We're going to first hit save and publish, close that. Now when we go back to appearance and we go down to this widgets button, when we go over to this demo here, all of these things are widgets. This thing here is a widget. This thing here is a widget. This is a widget. This section is a widget. And the way that you control what shows up in all of these areas is right in this section under appearance and then widgets. And the way this works is, just for example, the primary sidebar, the one that we just looked at. Say, for example, if we wanted to put a text box in there, we could go right back up here, put it right there, say, and just put some kind of message in there. And then when we save this, you can go right back to our website and take a look at it. There you go. Whatever you put in that little widget box is going to show up right there. You could put links in there. You could put, a picture of yourself and your personal profile. You could put links to your social media sites. All of that stuff is doable. Just depends on however you want to set it up. So, also, just so you're aware, if you go in here to Genesis and then theme settings, there's a section right down here where you can actually change the layout of your website depending on just how you want it to look. For example, if you picked this one right here and hit save and then went back, you'll see that that widget is actually gone. So you don't even really have to have the widget there if you don't want. But just so you know, there are different options on how you can do that. So as of now, this is how our website looks. Got home, about, sell your real estate, and contact us. And, you know, obviously contact us. You could put your phone number, your address. You could put a contact form here if you wanted to, whatever you want to do. But the one that we're going to talk about here is sell your real estate. And this is where we're actually going to create the form that people use to submit their property information to us. So if we hit edit and go into this page here, we're going to go right up here to add contact form. Most people use this function to put on their contact page. Say if they just want people to send them an email, but they don't necessarily want to give out their email address. That's kind of the idea behind this. But we can actually use this to have people submit all of their property information to us so that we don't necessarily have to pull it out of them on the phone and waste all of our time doing it that way. And really all you have to do is, you know, put new fields in here. Hit the edit button and then you call this, you know, property address. And you can also say whether or not you want it to be a required field. So we'll put that there, and then you can go and add another one. Estimated. You can also go back in here and actually, you know, change what these things say. Say if you want this to be, you know, last name, you know, have this one be first name. You can also delete them all together. Just hit the minus button. So you kind of get the idea. You can just sort of add as many entry fields as you want. Personally, on my website, I've got about 25 to 30 of these fields where people put their name, address, you know, phone number, email address. They got to tell me everything that I would ever want to know about their property. Basically, all of the things that I would be asking them if I were talking to them on the phone, I make them tell me all of that on my form. I got to tell you, it saves me hundreds and hundreds of hours, just lots of time that I don't have to spend talking to them on the phone. If I just send them right to my website, or if they stumble across my website online, they can just submit their stuff to me and I can review it at my leisure, and I don't have to spend a lot of time and energy just talking to these people. I think you'll find that if you use this kind of form and this kind of website, you're going to love it, because it is just going to make your life a lot easier and just really simplify and automate the way that you get these leads and review them and decide whether or not you want to make offers. And then also when you go up here to email notifications, this is where you'll want to put your email address. And then every time one of these submissions comes through, you would just put whatever you want that subject line to be, just so you know what it is when it comes through. So we'll save that. And that's really all you have to do. It's going to spit this code out, and then when you update the website and then go take a look at this page, you'll sort of see how the form actually looks when it's at work. There you go. Now, normally I would probably put some kind of text up here just to explain to people what they're supposed to do. So you can do that, kind of get the idea. And that's really all there is to it. Obviously, this example I'm showing you is a very stripped down, bare bones website. There's not a lot of stuff that I've done to it, but as you have time to do this, there's a lot of really cool customizations you can make to this website. AgentPress is a very, very versatile theme. If you're willing to take the time to learn how to use it, I'm not kidding you. The sky is the limit as far as how fancy and crazy you can make this look. Just to show you one other thing that I think is just kind of worth knowing about. If you go back down here to Genesis and then theme settings, as I showed you before, you can kind of change the layout of the website if you want, but you can also change the color. Say, for example, if I wanted the background to be green, if we save the settings and then go back and take a look at it, you'll sort of see that now it's green. So, and then also when it comes to the header up here, you can change that as well. If you go down to appearance and then header, and then right here, if you have a company logo, you can upload that just by clicking choose file and then uploading it from your computer. But anyway, that pretty much wraps it up for this tutorial. As you can see, we didn't do a lot. I mean, it's not a crazy looking website, but I did basically just show you all of the basics that you need to know in order to customize your buying site, in order to make it perform the basic tasks that we're going to need it to do. Again, if you want to go crazy and hire a developer to make this look even more fancy for you, that's always an option too. But I've found for my website, it doesn't look that much different than what you're seeing right now. Hopefully you found that helpful. I wish you all the best, and let's stay in touch.